Hey, it's Regina here with prayercommunicationwithgod.com. This week we continue our Omer count. We are beginning week 2 of the Omer count. Today is day 8. And as I told you last week, we count for 49 days. The 50th day we enter into Shavuot or Pentecost. So let's go in. Week 2 is Gevurah or discipline. And day 1 of week 2 is the Hesed of Gevurah. It's the love of discipline. And discipline is the channel through which we express love. It gives our life and love direction and focus. Gevurah, or discipline and measure, concentrates and directs our efforts, our love, in the proper directions. Another aspect of Gevurah is respect and awe. Healthy loves requires respect for the one you love, and that includes yourself. So as we look at Gevurah and the discipline, I just want to ask you a few little simple questions. Do you work harder than you have to? Are you more comfortable doing than being? Are you a pro at driving and striving, but a novice at relaxing and allowing things to unfold? Do you think you have to make it happen? Are you tired? Are you exhausted? The Hesed of Gevurah is the love and discipline. It's awareness of the intrinsic love that feeds discipline and judgment. It is the recognition that your personal discipline and the discipline you expect of others is only an expression of love. Hesed of Gevurah is the understanding that we have no right to judge others. We have a right only to love them, and that includes wanting them to be their best. And as we think of this in an outward expression, also think of it as an inward expression. How do you treat yourself? Are you very critical of yourself? Are you judging yourself all the time? Are you saying you should have done this or you could have done that or you need to? And is it these things just things that are constantly keeping you moving and never just allowing you to be still in the moment, to be open to receiving? We need to look at ourselves. So as we move through this day, ask yourself, when I judge and criticize another, is it in any way tinged with any of my own contempt and irritation? Is there any hidden satisfaction in his failure? Or is it only out of love for the other? Before you criticize someone today, think twice if it is out of love and care. And let's back up just a moment. The first question was, when I judge and criticize another, is it in any way tinged with any of my own contempt and irritation? Our subconscious holds on to things. It remembers things that our conscious mind doesn't remember. It remembers hurts, pains, and these things cause us to build up walls and not allow others to come in and get close to us. But they also cause us to become more critical of ourselves, to be more hard on ourselves, to fix it where we just can't even relax for feeling guilty or like we should be doing more, we should be pushing harder. My friend, I come to you because I self-titled myself many years ago, Miss Fix-It. If there was a problem, I was going to find an answer. I wasn't going to stop until I had the answer. I could not and would not accept that some things are just out of my control. But today I take a different approach. Today I choose to release anger, to release resentment, to release hurt, to release self-criticism, self-hate, and embrace self-love. I choose now to accept that some things I just have no control over, and that's okay. It's okay that I don't have any control. Sure, it leaves me feeling some vulnerability, but some of the greatest things in history that have happened when someone was vulnerable. For instance, Esther and her role in saving Israel from Haman and from his evil plot. She, number one, put herself in danger because she went in to meet with the king without being called for. He didn't summon her. She just barged in. And while she was in there, she goes, "Oh yeah, one more thing. I'm Jewish. I'm an Israelite. And your man over here, yeah, he's planning to kill us all, starting with Mordecai." And in revealing her true identity, and in revealing Haman's evil plot, she was very, very vulnerable and placed herself at risk. But out of that vulnerability, Haman was hanged on the very gallows that he created to hang Mordecai. His evil plot was stopped in its tracks. Israel was saved that day from attempted annihilation because she was willing to be vulnerable, because she was willing to receive. And when he saw her character and her beauty and her love, the king asked her to marry him, and she became known to us as Queen Esther. She was open to receiving. You know, we've often been taught it's better to give than to receive. But you know what? One's not better than the other. There doesn't have to be a duality. When you are open to giving, then you should also be open to receiving, because you have to receive back in that love, that encouragement, that rest in order to be able to give it to somebody else. If not, you get used up, you get burned out, and it creates tiredness in your body. It creates a weakness in your immune system, which leads to getting sick. So I encourage you today, as we study and ponder discipline, the discipline of love, I just encourage you to look deep inside yourself and ask yourself, am I constantly on the go? Do I ever take time to rest? How do I talk to myself? What do I say? How do I respond to myself? Am I all right? Am I comfortable just being? Not thinking, not planning tomorrow's strategies, not living in the future. Am I comfortable in the present moment? And my friend, I'm here to tell you, I still have a lot of work to do in this area. And so I'm thankful for this Omer count, because as I study where we're at each day, what emotion we're looking at that causes our human experience, as I am examining and re-examining myself, I am finding that I have blocks inside of me that keep me or prevent me from receiving the abundant life that God has for me. He's told us in Jeremiah 29:11 that He knows the plans that He has for us, plans which offer us a future and a hope, not plans where we're working ourselves to death and we're entrapped in an enslavement mentality. My friend, this time, over these next, we're in day 8 of 49, over the next 41 days, let's truly examine and refine ourselves. Let's remove the blocks, release the blocks, and open ourselves up to receive abundantly and to live in that abundant life that God has created for us. Sending you much love, many prayers, and lots of encouragement for this week. And I just want to close with a very simple prayer. Blessed are you, Adonai, the God of Gevurah, the God of the discipline, the God of love within discipline. May we, as we study ourselves today, see where we are weak in these areas. May we be refined, transformed into the person that you want us to be, into the person that most reflects you. May we be transformed into your image. I thank you for the blessings that you have given us. I thank you for teaching us how to open up to receive those blessings. And I thank you for the blessings that are yet to come. Amen. Have a blessed evening.